on. And actually the rate I'm going to be completing this mission should be now. I'm not too far away from the rocky part that I need to be, so I'm just going to, rather than going back and looping round, which is what I intend to do, I may as well do the full circle. So after this there is another package in Portland, I believe, that should be in Chinatown, so I'll go and seek that out. Then there's one more at the subway which we couldn't have gotten until we got to Staunton anyway, so I did intend to come back at one point. I think this rock is near the Triad fish farm, so I don't think it's this one, but we'll slowly circle it just in case. No, that looks far too small anyway. Ah, it's this over here. Okay, so as long as I'm careful, I mean, Claude can drown on this game, so I need to park up very nicely and sharply without sort of capsizing it. That looks okay. And as long as I don't ground the boat, because obviously I need this to get back, and I'd rather not surrender my weapons just yet. I can see the package though, we are in the right place. Oh my god, I started drowning then in the smallest pool after all that. So yeah, 52, just two more in Portland, and I think at 60 you get a sniper, which is massive. I mean, it's one of the costliest weapons, and it definitely comes into play in a few more missions. So this port takes us quite close to this dock rather takes us quite close to the Chinatown, which is where both of the next two are. And while I'm here, I'm just generally going to be doing this for the rest of the series, really. Just keeping an eye out for import-export vehicles for the next island, Shoreside Vale, because we're getting there. One of the missions coming up, which is one of Ray's missions, I think, who's the next guy who becomes available after the next Asuka mission. Well, he'll introduce a character called Phil, and you can get a barracks OL from him, which is part of the import-export vehicle list. Once I've gotten that, then I'll probably just enrage the police and get them vehicles. It's the easiest way to get it. You know, you need an FBI car, you need a tank, something like that. So I'm just gonna let them get angry at me, come and just sort of lure them into my hideout, then probably save it and just jack a tank. Now this may well be the way I came earlier when I was looking for this. This package is proving elusive. This I do remember doing a mission down here actually, so I'm guessing not. I'd have presumably picked it up then. There's undefinites, and of course I'm going to be coming back to Portland a lot, so it's not the be all and end all. It's thought while I'm passing I'll have another quick gander around, see if I can find, I just know it's down an alleyway, so any potential alleyways down here? Does not look like it, which is baffling me a bit. Oh, is that it? Oh yes, excellent. I don't know how I've missed this all this time. It's like, I'm sure the first time I was looking for this, I drove straight past and down here, then took right here, so it just shows how easy it can be to miss out packages sometimes, guys, and why they are so tough to get 100. But the last one, which I know for sure the location of, is Portland Dumfries now.
Non-stop rock from the station that can give you more because we pair employees.
So just over here, I mean, eventually we'll have to come back to Portland anyway to do some unique stunt jumps, but I don't really need to start them or even until after the storyline's complete, to be honest.
Sometimes I'd get scared before an important event such as childbirth or
Bring card on here. It is possible to just drive straight through this subway and get home to Staunton, so I think I'll do it.
Focus on anything at work. After trying Equinox, I've been employee of the
I was up doing this in San Andreas, by the way. You just get a Sanchez, take it down the subway, and believe it or not, it is the quickest way to get around the city. Forget the planes or even helicopters sometimes. Often this is the quickest way. Oh my god, except when you do that. Okay, I think I'll run back. I don't think I'm going to run all the way through the subway and to Staunton Island. Yeah, I mean, I say this on GTA San Andreas because obviously you're probably thinking, oh, plane and helicopter, it's quicker to get down there. But often if you're just going from one island to the next, by the time you get up in a plane, you have to circle around to land anyway because they're all quite close together. If you go under the subway, it's like seconds it takes. Right, just trying to think if there's anything else that I can do in Portland while I'm here. Right now, anyway. Doesn't seem to be, so I'll jack a taxi. I do intend to do the taxi missions later on, but I said I'll probably do them off camera.
My friend Joey sewed his hands together.
Wow, you're learning some real skills. How about the salary and benefits?
So just looking at my notes, I think the next thing I'm going to do is one of Asuka's story missions, which will introduce Ray into the story. Obviously, I'd rather get Phil's mission out the way sooner rather than later because he offers very heavy weaponry at a price. So stuff like rocket launchers. I think that M15 that you used last episode, which obviously is incredibly OP. And what's the one? I can only guess it's a sniper. Now this van in front of me has got to be stolen. It's the only one going as fast as me. I might play a little game with this guy. Where is he? Okay, maybe not. I do really not see the point in what he was doing. Is that the most failed assassination attempt ever, perhaps? Okay, while I'm here, I may as well stock up because I'm running low on weapons, and the next mission is actually just to drive them on. It actually can be quite tough, particularly in a taxi if they're staying this, so I'll probably jack the Yakuza Stinger. And yeah, Ray's missions in general are quite good. I think he's an undercover policeman in the story or something. So yeah, we'll get him out the way pretty soon, and once you've completed his mission arc, I think you get, it's either a bulletproof or a fireproof car or something, and that is massive. That is like, makes certain missions a lot easier. There's a few later on in the game which are tough, and I do intend to keep that. I mean, other times I've just sort of like left it in the middle of the street early days, and I regret it every time, so this time I'm not making the same mistake.
It's my handsome handyman. Maria's all tied up at the moment, but I'll tell her you called.
Who's that, Asuka? You know, I know I've been a naughty girl, but I really need to pee, okay?
It's time you met our man inside the LPD. Here's a payment for the last little job he did for us. He is understandably cautious. Get to the payphone in Torrington as quick as you can and await his instructions.
Okay, so it will be quite a close run thing, but I think as long as I don't total this Yakuza Stinger, I should be able to make this run in time. I know the locations, and that was the problem in the past. I mean, there were times when I'd find one of the payphones and wouldn't know which one to go to or something. You'll see what I mean later on when we find one of them.
No fighting between man and man. Let your love grow strong.
It really does take you from top of the island to bottom as well, unfortunately. So this one's near Donald Love's, his character will come to know later on.
Welcome back to job. Hey job. Time.
Get to the phone in West Belleville Park.
Yeah, no, I think this is the one that I meant earlier, which I struggled on. Sort of alludes back to the problems with the game's map, where the blip doesn't actually give any indication of height, which it will do in San Andreas, and I'm not sure if it does in Vice City, but I don't think it really needs to in Vice City most of the time. But the first time I remember doing this mission, back when I was younger, is I went on the lower down level, sort of because there's a road that runs directly underneath this, and the phone is right here. So obviously that completely rendered the mission impossible. So it is, I say, if you're doing a walkthrough, important to familiarise yourself with the route first. Just follow this one. You can sort of get down here by this little grassy outlook, and you're right on the way to Liberty Campus then. What?
Let no man trouble me, my business. My business is you.
Get to the phone in South Belleville Park.
Right, I think this is the last stop now, so we've got plenty of time. Yeah. Now after this mission, I don't think I will immediately start any Ray missions, just yet anyway, because what I'm going to do is, if possible, I'm going to finish off the imports in Portland as soon as possible. So like I said, pretty soon I'm going to start taking the Yardie missions, and I'm going to get rid of the cars in the garage. So I really do need to start filling that garage with vehicles that I need. You know, the amount of times I've passed something like that, a Landstalker, which I think I need later on, or you know, a rare vehicle like an Idaho or a Stretch, something like that. Every time it goes past me, you think I sort of die inside. It annoys the hell out of me. They have about a 1% rarity, some of these vehicles, and I just know later on when I do actually need them and I have got space in the garage for them, that you know, they're not going to turn up. So while they are, I'm going to try and get my garage free as early as possible, and just get the Portland list out the way, because then I can start worrying about and prepping for the Shoreside Bay one.
Reckon they can smell me. Well, this city is one big open sewer, but I'm gonna need some non-union help. And if you're interested, you know where to find me.
Okay, so there's Ray. Yes, he does meet you in a toilet for reasons that are beyond me. It's his idea of the most discreet location, apparently a public park toilet. So we'll leave it at that. But yeah, his missions are quite fun. I've just realised I'm out of time. I must stop.